Special edition Wednesday rec. Danny Cash, Mackgician. Are live for a special episode of the Wednesday rec. Radio Bilingüe KCC and 1solar.com. I am DJ1SOULAR with Danny Cash and the Mackgician. Yeah, man, it's good, man. We out here vibing a little bit. We actually pulled up my town, Castroville, bro, for an awesome show with Coolio, the underdog himself. And I was like, all right, see what they're doing. We tapped in. It was all the vibe stuff you just dropped. Every project has a moment of time. What would you describe that project was?
We had a time limit, meaning we had a time limit to record it, mix it down, make sure we get the vocals back. But that project came about just me and Breezy just locking in and doing something unexpectedly with the production, the beats that you hear, the features, from the lyrics to the metaphors towards everything.
Yeah, that project definitely was the way it just came about. It's dope, you know what I mean? I personally at that moment I was working on a single album, you know what I mean? I had a couple tracks already down and I had this one feature with San Quinn, and when I bumped in with Danny Cash, we started networking, got a song together, and I was just like, man, you know what, let's push an EP, and he's the one that came up, okay, you know what I mean, there's March Madness, you know what I mean, let's get this one, Madness in March, and I'm like, I love it, let's do it, and I already had a couple beats from Neezy on the beat, the rest, as you can see, you know what I mean, listen to the track, Madness in March, that's what we did, and we've been speaking on it, watch out for part 2.
You had San Quinn on there. You hear stories about how legendary fast he can just write a verse, a classic, keeping the tradition going. Tough. As far as like a message or emotion that you want people to walk away with in that project, what would
Well, I would say just motivation. Motivation is everything. When you feel like you can't win, just know that you're gonna win. And even if you lose, you're gonna win. That's why the project self-titled Madness in March. It's a madness in March. Everybody's trying to score. Everybody's trying to win. And sometimes you have those setbacks, and you're gonna come back from those setbacks. I don't know if you want to touch more into this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? We got to push, pull, strive. No doubt about that. You know what I mean? This road is not easy. This road is not for the weak. You know what I mean? This is something that people put a lot of hard work into it. You know what I mean? People don't see that. People are not going to see your struggles. You know what I mean? They're not going to see that. All they're going to see is whatever. If you struggled hard enough and you put up your things for fruition, that's what people are gonna see. They're gonna say, you know what, you got a nice tree, you got nice fruit, but they don't know what it takes to make that tree and to fulfill that tree, make sure it was building nice fruits.
love that, and that's one aspect I really love about your music.
Generation of hustlers.
Your environment shape your sound.
And growing up in a small town, it is storytelling, because coming from where I come from, it's like growing up with somebody you're gonna go to school with, all the way to high school with. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody, and sometimes when you have a story to tell, you have a story to tell. And with music itself, it's more therapy for me. Meaning, I have a way to express my moments, my time I'm feeling at the moment, and with music, it's sort of my therapy in a way as well. Like I'm saying, to just express how I'm feeling at the moment, what I'm going through. If my friend, my homie, he can't express how he's going through, I'm gonna put that in a song. I'm gonna let people know how he's feeling, because he can't tell you. And coming up where we come from, it's different. It's a small town. We're not looked at it like that. We're overlooked.
For myself, I come from a small city as well, you know what I mean? And for on it, the inspiration and ambition is like, it becomes storytelling because that's the life we lived. It's a life you know what I mean, gone through, you know what I mean, experience. And now it's able to put it up in a story formation where people can relate to it. I think that is the key right there. Having people relate to what one's talking about. It makes something positive back to it, you know what I mean? Give back into this community. Been already years where I've done a toy drive, and it's gonna keep on going, you know what I mean? And we have another one coming up, which give you guys more details about that coming soon.
Favorite track of yours from this last project?
Yeah, on that Madness in March, I would say Welcome to the 831 featuring Dan I Rose. I feel like that was my favorite. Out that night Rose for the hook on that one.
To the 831, shout out Dan I Rose, you know what I mean? Appreciate you, loved one, you know what I mean? And that's how we do it. Another song that just came into fruition. That song was had a whole another artist up in there, and sometimes you know what I mean. People make changes, and I think this is one of the songs that shows of the image and of where we trying to project and hit the music and where we wanted to go.
If there was anything specific event or moment that pushed you to take the music seriously, man, or
Oh no,
moment
yes.
in time.
Oh no, definitely. You know what I mean? Music is taking so serious that now, you know what I mean, it's no longer dealing and working with distributions that nobody even can't even get a hold of nobody. You know what I mean? Now it's really working with real distributors and real record labels and real people that are factors up in the game, and that's that's where we're headed. That's where we're at the moment. And then the new project is about to come out pretty soon. I think that's going to speak for itself.
I would say for myself, just doing my first something, giving back to the community. Breezy right here and another person, Temper Slabs. Shout out Temper Slabs. Gave back to the community, doing a toy drive and as well doing performances, letting artists perform. And to me, that made me take music more serious because it's something I always wanted to do, perform in the hometown, and I got that opportunity. And ever since then, it's always been an honor to always just give back to the community, give back to the less fortunate, and keep that going for we could continue to have that out here.
Man, that. I feel like that leads into the next question very nicely. It's like, what kind of legacy would you want your music to leave for your city or your community, right?
I would like to leave the message of just letting everybody know if you have a dream, chase it, pursue it. If you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is, any type of hustle, chase it, do it. Leave back that legacy, pass it down to the next generation, let them continue it. Always just give back when you can and always look out for the next person. It's not always easy in this route that you have to take for this industry, this music, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it. I don't know if you want to touch in on this one, Breezy.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. It's living up the dream. You know what I mean? I, you know what I mean, being blessed that I grew up listening to a certain amount of artists. I, I'm talking about their music stayed on my deck for like weeks. It did not come out. Listening to songs over and over, and then now I'm at the stage where I'm actually working with these individuals. Uh, that is that is the dream. That is the blessing, and not even close yet, but I will be. And mark my words, we moving. It's in motion, and it's in motion.
Little set of questions. First thing you do when you wake up.
Brushing my teeth, making the bed, hygiene.
Okay, okay.
It's hygiene. You got to hit the bathroom. You know what I mean? Shower. Use one. Use number two.
For
You
all
know what
y'all
I
nasty
mean?
food, nasty food.
Brush your teeth. You know what I mean? Shave. You know what I mean? Got to keep up with your hygiene.
Nice, nice. I'm glad to hear that, man. No, favorite slang word or phrase that you're using right now, man.
There's too many of them, but the most common one is like, "What's Gucci?" You know what I mean? What's cracking?
Got different seasons, different phases of them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's just what's popping, you know?
I'd have to go with that's out, checks out. What's the location? What's the deal? I don't know. There's different slangs.
I like those. I'm gonna write a couple of those down. I ain't gonna front. Nah.
Take notes.
Dream car.
I have to go with an old school. I can't really say what type of old school, but Impala for sure.
I know, yeah. When it comes to whips, yeah, no, it's got to be a foreign.
Hey.
I got to be a foreign, and if it's not a foreign, if it's gonna be something made and then U.S. made, then I think I got to stay with the caddy.
Mac went. What would Mac Dre do? Nah.
Oh, what wouldn't he do?
Facts. Craziest studio session you've ever had.
Catching traffic, being late to a session, being an hour late to a session, heading towards Monterey, catching traffic during Monterey week when they got all the cars out, being late to my session, fuck. Cut some songs off my last few projects that I put out, but I still made up for it. But I would say that probably had to be my worst.
Oh no, yeah, yeah. Studio sessions, worst studio sessions. It's got to be when you drink too much. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It doesn't let you pronounce the words right. You
oh
know what I
man.
mean? Like,
It can help, but then it's like rolling the dice. Because if you go too long with it, it's not
Yeah,
it's not endurance savvy. What's that one like? What's the best like cheap meal at the house that
cheap
keeps
meal
you
at the
going?
house.
That keeps you going, man. What's the one that keeps you going?
Oh man, I could say making some Wingstop at the house. I got
Yeah.
that lemon pepper seasoning. Make some Wingstop at the house.
That
You know
air
what I
fryer or
mean?
what?
Air fryer,
That's the deal. You slap them in
$20
there.
meal right there.
Bow.
I mean, or you
Hits
could
every
bust
time.
down the noodles. You could make some top ramen.
that's what I was gonna say
You,
right now.
you
You
could make
know,
some top ramen.
it's how you
That's what I was
decorate it,
gonna say
right?
right now. You know what I mean? When you say quick cheap meal,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got to be a quick spread. You know what I mean? No, no doubt about that. Yeah,
Keeps
you
you going.
cut some pieces of sandwich meat. You know, meat. You heat up your noodles and voila.
What's one thing people would never guess about you outside of the music?
Me, that I'm real social. If you talk to me, I talk back. You know, don't think based off my personality that I'm shy. I'm quiet. I'll talk to you. I talk back. You know, you just gotta talk to me.
What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? What I am. There's no sugar coating on that. You know what I mean? No sugar coat. What you see is what you get. Might think it might be intimidating. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'll be more one of the coolest persons you'll ever meet.
When you hit the studio, man, what's the first thing that you would say really sets the vibe for you? Some people like to have a good meal. Some people like to smoke. Like some people like to drink, but like you says, like it works for some people. For others, it doesn't. Work
I
out.
mean, you could bring the party to the studio, but it's up to you what you're trying to do in your session. For me, myself personally, I gotta go with the production. I gotta go with the instrumental, the beat. Play it out. Don't play over and over. Just play it out once, and I got the tempo in my head. And then from there out, you might get the phone or you might get the notepad, depending on the vibe, the mood that I'm in. But that's basically my studio process. Just going based off the vibe, going based off what I'm feeling at the moment. You know, you might get some function type music. You might get some storytelling. You might just get regular rap. It depends what type of vibe I'm in at the moment.
For me on the studio session, I gotta get blown. I gotta get lit. You know what I mean? By me getting lit, it allows me to focus and concentrate on the beat. And once I hear the beat, work at it from there. You know, for the most part, definitely I gotta be lit.
Madness in March one, was that one producer for the whole thing?
That was two producers, multiple producers. Shout out Triple M on the beat, Young Nizzy, Temper Slaps. Shout out Coolio, the underdog, for his production.
Oh,
And
he produces too, huh?
yeah, he does.
Sheesh.
And who else was on that project?
Yeah, Nizzy, Temper. You know what I mean? The one with the underdog, that's gonna be the single, which is gonna be a new one coming out under Caviar Records. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? Uh, Being a new artist from Caviar Records, definitely you need to look into that. Stay tuned to that. The Mackgician, yeah, get you know what I mean, with Danny Cash. Yeah, that's gonna be some dope. Watch out for that. Caviar Records.
Sick. How do you know when a track is done?
I know a track's done after it's recorded, after the hook's done, after everything's laid down and the vocals are there and everything's mixed down, everything's mastered down, everything's listened to three different times in three different cars, three different systems, stereos, speakers, whatever it is. I know a track's done once I feel comfortable with hearing what I'm hearing, meaning with the quality, the sound, the mixing, the ad libs, whatever it is on the track. That's how I know personally it's complete.
Yeah, similar. You know the way it is. You try it on all speakers. Try on mono speakers. You try on single speakers. You try on a car with a system. You try on a car with a stock stereo. And if everything all checks out, yeah, think that's what it is right there.
It sounds like a simple question, but
Yeah.
it's to see a whole project through Hustler Ambition definitely shows through. Very deep catalog to be
Yeah.
respected. Check check out that new project, y'all. What do you say keeps you motivated, man?
What keeps me motivated is my kids, my two boys. That's what keeps me motivated. I gotta keep the generation going. I gotta keep the legacy going. I gotta keep the money coming in. I gotta support. I gotta do all of that. That's what motivates me. Secondly, after my kids, come second would be the fans. The fans who support me, who stream me, who purchase merch off of me, who feature me on their song. Those are the people who matter to me. The people who really, genuinely support me and unconditionally repost me when even I don't even have to ask them. Those are the people who keep me going. And then friends. Third would be my friends. Family, close friends. They come around too. The people who support me genuinely.
Oh no, yeah. That's it's the feedback, the love that you get, and not just people sharing it because they know you, but that genuine love, the people that are sharing it because they feel it. You know what I mean? That's what keeps me going. You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't matter if it's 10 people or 10,000 people. If it's 10 people out there, I'm gonna do it the same way as if it was 10,000 people there. So what you see when I get, I love it, and you know what I mean. Yeah, the feedback, the love. This is not even a hobby. You know what I mean? This is beyond a hobby. Is it similar to a hobby? Yes, because I enjoy doing what I do. But this is not a hobby. This is beyond a hobby.
It's what we do.
Full time.
Hey, man, much love. Appreciate y'all taking the time out. This was an awesome interview.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. And big shout out to 4th Street Tap House.
Shout out to the fourth.
Any last words out here?
Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at official Danny Cash, all lowercase. Follow me on all streaming platforms as well as Danny Cash. YouTube channel as well, official Danny Cash. Check out that Madness in March if you haven't. Purchase it if you haven't. Lock in with us. Shout out to the bro right here for having us, and I'll let Breezy take over from here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to KCC. Shout out to Solar. You know what I mean? For having us out of here. Shout out to 4th Street Tap House. You know what I mean? You can follow me at The Mackgician. That's DAMACKGICIAN. All social media platforms, same thing. YouTube videos, you can find it in there. Thank you all for having us here.
Get the links
And,
up.
Microphone check, Wednesday rec, 6 to 8 p.m. Set your tape decks, KHTC 90.9. On the FM, Salinas to the spine, bringing gems through the FM line. That's right. From Costa Rica to Seaside, the frequency's live. Got the town on the dial when I'm spinning the vibe. Go to air it through the speaker, I'm the voice of the block.